Condo market collapse. Seniors in America at risk of losing everything. It's late evening in Naples, Florida, and you're standing in your condo's hallway, the dim yellow glow of the stairwell casting shadows on the chipped walls. The distant hum of Gulf of Mexico waves carries through, but closer, you catch urgent whispers from neighbors behind a half-closed door. They're demanding a $75,000 special assessment, a voice trembles. Plus $1,000 monthly HOA fees, insurance up 25%, we'll lose everything. The warning slices through the air like a blade, jolting you from your retirement dreams haze. The condo you bought with a lifetime savings is turning into a financial trap, threatening to sweep away all you've built. This isn't just one story, it's the condo market crisis ravaging America, hitting Florida hardest, where seniors like me face ruin. I'm Susan Carter, 67, from Naples, where dazzling sunsets mask a financial storm. With my husband, Tom, a retired mechanic, we thought we'd found paradise. But those whispers changed everything. Today I share our long story, why the market's collapsing, what makes it more dangerous than you think, and 5 brutal lessons that pulled us from the brink. How does a retirement dream become a financial nightmare? And more crucially, what will you do to protect your future when it all falls apart? Our journey began in Ohio's grind, where I worked as an office secretary and Tom fixed cars in a freezing garage. Over 40 years, we saved every penny, dreaming of a Florida retirement. In 2020, we sold our Ohio home, netting $250,000 after 30 years of payments, and used it to put $100,000 down, borrowing $300,000 for a $400,000 Naples condo. A 35-year-old building, its balcony overlooking the Gulf of Mexico, where we pictured sun-soaked days. Florida promised paradise. No state income tax, no estate tax, and a homestead exemption capping property tax hikes at 3% yearly. We thought our future was secure. But everything changed in June 2021, when the Champlain Towers South in Surfside, Florida, collapsed, killing 98 people. I remember that night in our living room, the TV's flicker dancing across Tom's pale face as news showed rubble and grieving families. The tragedy exposed a terrifying truth. Many aging condos delayed maintenance, letting concrete rot and steel rust. Florida passed SB 4D in 2022, mandating condos over 30 years old, 3 stories or taller, complete structural inspections by December 31, 2024, and fund repairs. Our condo was hit with a $75,000 special assessment in 2024 for roof, balcony, and waterproofing fixes. With $3,500 per month from Social Security and a pension, we were panicked. I recall Tom on the balcony staring at the sea, voice choked, "Susan, that's 3/4 of our down payment. If we don't pay, they'll foreclose." The pain of unexpected costs cut deep. Our neighbor Linda, 70, faced a $100,000 assessment, sold her unit at a $50,000 loss, and moved to Michigan, renting with her daughter. My friend Ellen, next door, couldn't afford an $80,000 assessment, lost her condo to the bank, and now works part-time at a supermarket at 73. A couple, Frank and Carol, delayed a $60,000 assessment, got sued by the condo board, losing their home and community respect. The first lesson: never assume a condo's price covers its true cost. We didn't anticipate these fees, and without action we'd be like Linda, Ellen, or Frank. What unexpected costs lurk in your retirement dream? What will you do if a $75,000 bill hits? The Surfside laws didn't stop at assessments. They sparked a flood of inventory, crashing prices. Per Florida Realtors, Florida's condo market has 60,132 listings, up 65% from 2023, a 7.4-month supply, double the balanced 4-month level. In Naples, supply hits 8.2 months. Prices dropped 11.4% from $438,000 to $389,000, per the Naples Area Board of Realtors. Units sit on the market 66 days, up from 53. In 2024, we listed our condo hoping to break even, but buyers vanished, spooked by assessments and costs. I remember one evening on the balcony, waves blending with my tears as offers came $40,000 below asking. We held off, but the pressure was crushing. My former colleague Mark in Fort Lauderdale sold at a $60,000 loss after a $120,000 assessment, moving to an Ohio mobile home. John and Mary in our building sold at a $70,000 loss, and Mary confided, "Susan, we dreamed of cruises, but now we scrape by on rent." A friend, Lisa in Miami, sold at an $80,000 loss, losing her chance to help her kid with college debt. The lesson of market timing burned into us. We should have researched Naples' risks: oversupply, price drops, new laws. Florida's 2008 crash cut condo prices 30%, and history's repeating. The second lesson: check a market's health before buying. If we'd researched, we'd have dodged this trap. Is the market you're eyeing showing collapse signs? What data shapes your retirement home choice? Insurance and HOA fees are bleeding seniors dry across America, especially in Florida. Per NerdWallet, Florida condo insurance averages $1,130 per year, 2.5 times the national $455, due to hurricanes like Ian, which caused $112.9 billion in damage in 2022. Our premium jumped 25% to $1,500. HOA fees in Naples average $800 per month, but we paid $1,000 for a pool, tennis courts, security, things we barely used. I recall Tom slamming a bill on the kitchen counter, face flushed. "Susan, $1,000 is half our grocery budget. Who needs tennis courts when we can't buy steak?" My friend, Diane in Miami, pays $1,500 per month in HOA fees, plus $2,000 per year insurance, draining her $200,000 savings in 3 years. In California, coastal condo HOA fees hit $1,200 per month, with insurance up 20% due to wildfires. Robert and Jane in Tampa didn't budget for costs, and $1,200 per month HOA fees forced a $45,000 loss sale, moving in with their son, losing independence. A neighbor, Clara, ignored HOA bills, got her water and power cut, and landed in the hospital from high blood pressure stress. The lesson of ongoing costs reshaped us. We budget every expense, insurance, HOA, taxes, before committing. The third lesson: calculate the full cost of ownership. If we'd ignored this, we'd be broke like Robert or Clara. Do you know your dream home's total cost? What costs are quietly sabotaging your retirement plan? Snowbirds and seniors are fleeing, flooding the market. Per the Census Bureau, net migration to Florida fell to 64,000 in 2024, from 314,000 in 2022, as costs and disaster risks deter buyers. Snowbirds from Ohio, New York, face massive HOA and assessment fees, spurring sell-offs. Our neighbor Jim, 68, from Cleveland, listed his winter condo. I remember him in the hallway, coffee mug in hand. "Susan, $1,000 fees and a $20,000 assessment aren't worth 3 months of sun. I'd rather face snow." Jim sold at a $30,000 loss, returned to Cleveland, opting for short vacations. Sarah from New York sold her Miami condo at a $55,000 loss after HOA fees rose from $900 to $1,400 per month. In San Diego, Tom's cousin sold at a $65,000 loss due to $1,300 per month fees. The lesson of flexibility sank deep. Owning ties you to uncontrollable costs. Renting offers freedom. After sleepless debates, we sold our condo, losing $10,000, and rented a $2,000 per month Naples apartment, cutting monthly costs by $1,500 versus owning. The fourth lesson: consider renting in volatile markets. If we'd held on, we'd be trapped like Jim or Sarah. Are you open to renting for financial freedom? What makes you choose owning over renting? The fear of economic uncertainty worsens the collapse across America. With 30-year mortgage rates at 6.83%, January 2025 Freddie Mac, and the S&P 500 swinging 10% in Q1 2025, buyers hesitate. U.S. condo sales dropped 12.3% in 2024, Florida's median price hit $312,500, down 2.3%. Naples sales fell 15%, listings lingered 13 days longer. In 2020, we felt wealthy with $250,000 from our Ohio sale. By 2024 we were stuck. One starry Naples night, Tom said, "Susan, we can't control markets, but we can diversify." In May 2021, we invested $50,000 in gold at $1,867 per ounce, buying 26.78 ounces, knowing gold's safety and 3.5% inflation. By May 2025, gold hit $2,300 per ounce, worth $61,594, a $11,594 profit, up 23.19%. That covered moving $3,000, a year's rent, $24,000, and left $8,594 for furniture. My friend Paul stuck to stocks, up 10%, and sold his condo at a $40,000 loss, short on cash for a $90,000 assessment. George in California lost $100,000 as San Diego condos fell 8%. The lesson of diversification saved us. Spreading investments, gold, bonds, cash, weathered the crash. The fifth lesson, diversify to cut risk. Have you diversified? If real estate tanks, what's your fallback? The condo market collapse, with Florida at its core, taught us 5 lessons. Unexpected costs, market timing, ongoing fees, flexibility, diversification. From a $75,000 assessment shock to renting freedom and a profitable gold investment, Tom and I saved our retirement. Don't let the market steal your dream. Use the free Monte Carlo tool at honestmath.com, a financial simulator that tests your retirement plan against market crashes, surprise costs, or inflation. Input your income, expenses, and investments. It runs 1,000 scenarios to gauge risks. Or try Bolden, $10 per month, for detailed budgeting. Work with an advisor to build a strategy. Ask yourself, can your retirement plan survive a financial shock? Which lesson makes you want to act now? Subscribe to Stories for Retired for more retirement saving tips. Insert channel link. Comment, which lesson will you apply and why? Like if this story hit you, share with anyone planning a retirement move. Join Stories for Retired and protect your future. Now, watch my next video, Why Waiting Until 65 to Retire is a Big Mistake. See you there.